Paleozoic 543 ma 248 ma equals 295 million. It comprises the 1 Cambrian, 2 Ordovician, 3 Silurian, 4 Devonian, 5 Carboniferous, and 6 Permian. 1 Cambrian period 543 ma 490 ma equals 53 million years. The Cambrian era, known for the Cambrian explosion of life forms, is a significant period in Earth's history. About 541 million years ago, there was a remarkable diversification of life. The period marked by abundance of trilobite animals, which may be the ancestor of the present-day cockroaches, brachiopods, sponges, primitive gastropods, and echinoderms appeared along with small shelly fauna in the Cambrian. The Cambrian was a time of mild climate. The sea levels were rather high and covered continental margins. The land was broken up into smaller continents, but they were drifting closer together to make a new supercontinent known as Pannotia. Towards the end of the Cambrian period, about 488 ma, most of the animals and plants on Earth died out, possibly due to change in global climate or due to depletion in oxygen level. In India, the terminal part of the Cambrian witnessed large-scale deformation of rocks together with igneous activity.
To Ordovician, era 451 ma 4543 ma equals 47 million. The Ordovician era, which occurred approximately 485.4 to 443.8 million years ago, was a time of significant changes in Earth's climate, sea levels, and biodiversity. During this period, marine life flourished, leading to the diversification of many species, especially invertebrates like brachiopods, bryozoans, trilobites, mollusks, echinoderms, and graptolites. The era also witnessed the first land plants and possibly the earliest terrestrial arthropods. During the Ordovician period, sea levels were high. There was a marine transgression even in the Himalaya after a major withdrawal of sea during the late Cambrian. The supercontinent of Pannotia had broken up. The southern continents were huddled together into a large continent called the Gondwana. In the beginning, the Gondwana landmass was close to the equator. Later, it drifted towards the South Pole. North America and Siberia constituted the continent of Laurentia.
3 Silurian era 443 ma 417 ma equals 76 millions. During the Silurian period, there were 2 main landmasses, with the South Pole located in the present-day Argentina, the southern continent Gondwana comprising South America, Africa, Madagascar, India, Australia, and Antarctica was mainly located south of the equator. The northern macrocontinent Laurasia was constituted of North America, Greenland, Europe, and northern part of most of what presently consists of Asia. The Silurian era, spanning from about 443.8 to 419.2 million years ago, was a time when the Earth saw significant geological and biological developments. It's known for the diversification of early vascular plants and the rise of jawed fish, among other evolutionary milestones.
For Devonian, era 4517 ma 304 ma equals 6 regions. The Devonian period, spanning approximately 419.2 to 358.9 million years ago, the supercontinent Gondwana was located towards South Siberia to the north and Euramerica between these two. The Euramerica was formed due to collision of Laurentia and Baltica along of the Pangaea. Their collision gave rise to Caledonian and Appalachian mountain ranges. There are evidences of warm arid climate in the form of the Old Devonian sandstone in Great Britain. The oceans of that time are named as Panthalassa, Paleotethys, Prototethys, and Ural. The sea levels were high. the land was covered by shallow, warm seas, which were sites of luxuriant growth of algae stromatoporoid coral reefs. The remnants of one such barrier reef are still preserved in northwest Australia. Often called the Age of Fishes due to the diverse and abundant fish species that inhabited Devonian seas, witnessed the emergence of forests and the appearance of coiled shell-bearing marine organisms known as ammonites. The first four-legged amphibians also appeared during this period, marking the colonization of land by vertebrates.
Five Carboniferous era 354 ma 290 ma equals 64 millions. Since the richest coal deposits on the Earth belonged to the Carboniferous period, it was so named after the Latin word carbo, meaning coal. During the Carboniferous, the Gondwana supercontinent collided with North America Eurocontinental bloc, causing orogeny mountain building activity in Europe and North America. The present Eastern Eurasian plate welded itself to Europe and formed the Ural Mountains. The Carboniferous period, spanning from 354 to 219 million years ago, the animal life in sea was represented by foraminifera, corals, bryozoa, mollusks, and crinoids. Fish, shark, and bony thrived in marine as well as lagoonal and freshwater environments. Arthropods were well developed. A dragonfly-like insect had wingspread of 75 cm. Fossil scorpion measured up to 1 meter. Another millipede-like invertebrate measured 2.6 m. During the Middle Carboniferous, amphibians diversified, but collapse of the rainforest slowed down the amphibian evolution, though the reptiles prospered. One of the greatest evolutionary steps of the Carboniferous was appearance of amniote egg.
6 Permian era 290 ma 248 ma equals 42 millions. The Permian is the last period of the Paleozoic era. The sea levels in the Permian remained largely low. Almost all the prominent landmasses together formed a supercontinent called the Pangaea, and the oceans were represented by Panthalassa and the Paleotethys. The latter separated Asia from the Gondwanaland. The Silurian continent cleaved out of the Gondwanaland and moved north to Laurasia, and as a result the Paleotethys shrank, and on its southern end a new Tethys Ocean appeared, which existed almost throughout the Mesozoic era. The Carboniferous Ice Age extended in the early history of the Permian. The glaciers totally receded by the Middle Permian, and the climate warmed with increase in the aridity within the interior of continents where vast deserts developed. The new red sandstone belongs to this phase of aridity. There were alternate cycles of warm and cool periods. Also, there were seasonal rains on the pattern of monsoon. In the beginning, the Carboniferous flora continued to dominate. These were gradually replaced by the first modern type trees of conifers, ginkgos, and cycads. The Siberian volcanicity involving extrusion of flood basalts and raising of the carbon dioxide level led to increase in the temperature of about 50 C. The raised temperature affected the ocean's temperature, which melted the frozen methane reservoirs, expelling enough methane to further raise the atmospheric temperature. Another hypothesis explains the extinction as due to venting of the hydrogen sulfide gas from the ocean bottoms, which might have accumulated in an anoxic zone and finally rose into the atmosphere, destroyed ozone in the upper atmosphere, and permitted ultraviolet radiation that led to mass mortality.